can start again if you want.
Yeah, it started now.
Okay. Atha Maheshwar Sutra. Ayun, Rulruk, Aong, Ayauch, Ayavarat, Lan, Nyamanga, Nanam, Jabai, Garadash, Jabagaradash, Kapa Cha 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 Tav, Kapai, Shashatar, Hal, Iti Maheshwar Sutrani. Okay. I think last time we finished with, let's see, we were on number 6. I think we are number 6. So we finished number 5, starting number 6. So Divasasya is on page number 109, doing the exercises. And we are on number 6 from Sanskrit to English, number 6. So that's exercise number 2, subsection 6. Divasasya panchakritvastam Mataram didrikshase. One more time. Divasasya panchakritvastam Mataram didrikshase. Okay. Let's see who wants to do this. Maybe Indu is here. Indu, you are here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Let's try to do this one. Let me get my document up here. Okay. All right. Let us try. See what we have. You want to put the Padacheda for us first?
Yeah. Divasasya panchakritvaha tvam mataram tidrukshase.
Tidrukshase. So only thing panchakritvaha. So the interesting thing, the word is a pratyaya kritpasuch, right? Kritpasuch pratyaya. 5417 is the sutram for that, kritpasuch. When you repeat something that many times, you can use the pratyaya kritpasuch. It comes in Gita, Namo Namaste Susahasrakritvaha Punascha Bhuyopi Namo Namaste.
11th adhyaya.
11th chapter, Kritpasuch, Namo Namaste Susahasrakritvaha Punascha Bhuyopi Namo Namaste. We can find the shloka for you. Kritvaha. Namo Namaste Susahasrakritvaha Punascha Bhuyopi. 11th adhyaya is correct. Yeah, I think 1139. Namo Namaste Susahasrakritvaha Punascha Bhuyopi Namo Namaste. So when you chant this shloka next time in the Gita, 1139, think about this sutram. Pratyaya is Kritpasuch Pratyaya, and the shloka in the sutram in the Ashtadhyayi is Sankhyayaha Kriyabhyavrutti Ganane Kritpasuch. Sankhyayaha Kriyabhyavrutti Ganane Kritpasuch. Sankhyayaha Kriyabhyavrutti Ganane Kritpasuch. Sankhyayaha Kriyabhyavrutti Ganane Kritpasuch. So the sutram talks about abhyavrutti, so I'm doing abhyavrutti. So Kriyayaha Kriya, I'm talking Sankhyayaha Kriyabhyavrutti Ganane Kritpasuch. So when you repeat an action X number of times, then that the pratyaya, that n number of times, and that the sankhya takes a pratyaya kritpasuch. Of course, there are some apavadas for that, which is the next sutram, dvi, tri, chaturbhyaha such, which becomes dvihi and trihi. Like I mentioned to you, I think last class, when you do the puja time, listen to the priest, he will say dvirachamya, tirachamya, and all that. So dvirachamya means having done achamnam 2 times. Then also the pratyaya kritpasuch arthe, but in the also kriya bhyavrutti ganane, but the pratyaya is such for dvi and tri. And for ekasya sakritcha, eka becomes sakrit. Sakrit means also ekavaram, then dvivaram is dvihi, trivaram is trihi, and chaturvaram, etc. become chatuh kritpasuch, etc. So that is the thing. So it only becomes 4 onwards, because the fact that the next 2 sutras apavadas for that, even there also shashti will be used, but the pratyaya will be such, and then it becomes sakrit adeshaha, if it is ekaha. So the example here you start is, to look at the kashika, ekasakritya, vidyagamanam. Let's look at the vritti on this one, is 5417, 5417, 5417, 5417. Okay, let me bring that screen in view for you. Sankhyayaha kriyabhyavrutti ganane kritpasuch. Yeah, tatitas are a little bit hard to master. There's so many pratyayas in so many places, but if you can hang on to some of these that we know, the more of these pratyaya that we know, then, it becomes easier to understand, what is going on. So, panchavaran bhungte panchakritvaha, saptakritvaha, and so on and so forth, that's what is given. So, I'm sorry, no, that's what, something was wrong. I knew something was wrong. Okay, one more time. The 5, 4, 18 apavada for dvi, 3 and chatur also. So please correct that. That's why, see, always check the example in Kashika. Kashika only gives panchavaran bhungte panchakritvaha. He didn't give chatukritvaha. Chatukritvaha is the wrong form. So, bhranti vashad maya uktam kshantavyam. So, dvi, 3, chatur also will take such. So that if you look at the next sutram, it is only 5 onwards will come kritva such form. So it says dir bhungte chatur bhuktam. Of typos in this document, but it will be chatur bhuktam. The typo over here. So anyway, only 5 onwards will take kritva such. 1 will become sakrit, 2 times will become dvihi, 3 times will become trihi, and 4 times will become chatur itself, and only 5 on will become panchakritva, etc. So that's the pratyaya kritva such. In connection with that, we search for sutram 2364 in the Ashtadhyayi. 2364, where Shashti has to be used. Let's look at that sutram, and we can do the example. 2364, kritva artha prayoge. So not only kritva such, but any meaning of kritva such. It means those sutram which we saw, that next sutram also we have to use Shashti only. So kritva artha prayoge, kale adhikarane. Really what we have is adhikaranam is really what we have. Okay, there's a question here. 1 second. Yes, you have a question, Usha?
No, I was not seeing the video, but now I got it. Thank you.
Okay? Okay, fine. Thank you. Okay. So, kritvartha prayoge kale adhikarane. Really, it's adhikaranam, isn't it? Because what sentence which we have right now? Sentence we have right now is panchakritvaha tam mataram didrukshase. You want to see your mother 5 times during the day. The day is really the adhikaranam, the locus of the action. So, saptami should have come from that. What should have come after that? So, saptami adhikarane. But instead of that, shashti is coming. That is what Sutram is saying. Kritvartha prayoge kale adhikarane. Okay. So now you want to finish this one up because adhikarane, see what you have is that, yes, saptami adhikarane was a sutram way back in 2336. That should have come here instead. Shashti is come to 2364. Okay, so let's maybe start document for the day. Put in the 1139 of Gita. Let's start with that. Inaugurate with the Gita. Okay, so Gita 1130. I think we might have mentioned this before also, but Gita 1139 is the Sahasrakritvaha. Sahasrakritvaha is the Pratyaha. So 5417 is the sutram used here. I think it's the only place in Gita I believe this one is used, 5417. And the Pratyaha used is Kritva Sich. Of course, here is a compound, it's Sahasrakritvaha. It doesn't, I mean, the Sashti may not be here. Doesn't say how many times, during what time period. So no, Shashti has not been used here, but the Pratyaha has been used. Pratyaha, Kritva Sich Pratyaha, Kritva Sich Pratyaha. Okay, now in Kritva Sich, as you can see, the Upadesh Jananat it, and then Halantyam. So only Kritvas remains after all of that, Kritvas. And one more time is that only numbers 5 onwards will take this, because for 2, 3, 4, and for 1, Apavada is falling to 2 sutras. Okay, so now let's see what we have. In the Gita, we didn't have any Shashti with it, because the shloka was only saying, Namo Namaste Sahasrakritvaha Punascha Bhuyopi Namo Namaste. It didn't specify in what time period. So unless you have the time period in which this is done, the Shashti you will not get. Shashti only comes after the Kala Adhikarane. So when the Kala Adhikarana is there, only you get Shashti. Okay. All right, Indu, we'll finish it off now.
Okay.
So one thing we look at
Didrukshase.
Didrukshase. Let's finish that form. So Didrukshase, let's put some. So Dhatu is Drish.
Drish. Talavishakara.
Just to begin the day, we can put one in kind of detail. Then we will do the others in brief. So So here we have the dhatu, of course, start with Sutram 317, which is dhatoh
Dhatoh karmanah samanakritaka ichhaya.
Samanakritaka ichhaya. So in the dhatoh adhikarah, so drish, that's pratyaya, san anubandhalope sa, as per halantyam, of course, that you know. Then comes, what's the next step? Check the idagama.
Check the idagama. Right. So
it's, in the shanteshu you'll find this dhatu. So this is
right. It's anidhatu.
Anudattopadesha, I should say. Anudattopadesha, right? Ekāchupadesha anudattat iti innishedha. Ekāchupadesha anudattat. So by 7 to 10, that's the very first business that we have to do. Check the idagama. So innishedha. Once you get that, what's the next sutram which comes in?
Kith, whether it's a kith or not.
So which is by what?
Halantacha.
Halantacha, very good. Halantacha. So let's put those numbers here. So in Nishedha by Ekachupadeshanadatta. Repeat this sutra as many times as you can, please. Ekachupadeshanadatta in Nishedha. Tat paschad Halantacha, which means if you have a Halantam Halanta dhatuhu, which has the ik samipad, which has the ik prior to it, followed by jaladi sun. That's why the idagama is so important. In that case, that sun pratyaya becomes kit. And of course, by kiniticha will stop. Will stop the sutram ugantalagupatascha. So kiniticha says no guna vruddhi when the pratyaya kitnit follows. So this one will stop that. Okay, so far we got. Now anything else here before we do the sanchanyoho?
What about that Atmanepada?
Atmanepadam we'll do only when we found this from the dhatu first.
Okay, fine. Then
we'll talk about Atmanepadam, Parasnipadam.
And Drishya.
So now we have to do the Abhyasa, right?
Abhyasa karya.
Sanyangoho. In Abhyasa, the Abhyasa bhaga will become the by the following rules. So we got Drishya plus Drishya, and so let's put the sutram down here. So we are applying Sanyangoho.
Sanyangoho.
Some practice for you. Yan haladi shesha, all the hulls will drop. Dakara avashishyate, halshu, dakara avashishyate. Tat pashtat.
Sanyataha.
Before that, we have a rukara right now.
Oh yeah, Urat.
Urat 466, then Uran Raparaha. Tat paschat punah haladishesha. Tat paschat Sanyataha. That is the main sutram, of course. The trademark of the Sananda Prayogaha is Sanyataha. In the Abhyasa Bhagaha, you will have either an Ikaraha or an Ukaraha. That's the, you have to recognize Sananda. So 7479 Sanyataha. And then we got, I think we got the Dhatu now. We got Didrish. So, okay, now we have to go to the Tripadi Karyam to do this, the Karyam. Before that, we should not go to Tripadi unless the Padam is formed. The Padam is formed. So let's now bring in the Lat Pratyaha, because in the Shlokaha, in the example, in Udarane, we have, let me see, what do we have? The Drukshase. Okay. Now what Indu was talking about is that we have to get the Atmanipadam, because normally we have to use Sutram 1362, Puravat Sanaha. So the San Pratyaya will take the same Padam as a Shuddha Dhatu, Puravat. Means whatever the Dhatu was taking before the San Pratyaya came. So we have to first see what kind of Dhatu Drish. Drish Nam is Prasnapadi Dhatu. But here we have a special sutram which you can see on your screen right now. Nya, Shru, Smru, Disham, Sana. It's an important sutram. I think among the Sananta, sutra, this is one of the important ones, which is Nya, Shru, Smru, Disham, Sana. Because they're very important dhatus, Nya, to know, Shru is to hear, Smru is to remember, and Drish is to see. All these four dhatus can only take Atmanipada endings, Atmanipadam endings, when the San Pratyaya added to them. So 1357 is important sutram right now for us. We can only bring the ta atam ja. So because the karta is a madhya purusha ekvachanam, so then we get the pratyaya thas. So let's use 1357 1357. So let's take this dhatu. We got did, drish, sa. This is what we have. And skipping some steps of the lakara, we have to repeat all the steps. But we get the pratyas. Yes.
Satishji, in the beginning, drish plus sun, sakara 1-3-3, drish plus sun again. I think you wanted to say.
Yes. I did a copy paste. That is copy paste of vashat bhrantir jata. Okay. Thank you. So anything wrong that I'm putting, please remind me. So we get thas, and then thas becomes se.
Thas se.
What number is that, you think?
3, 4.
3, 4, 80.
80 something.
No, 80 only, I think.
80.
Because see, the reason how I know, because 3, 4, 78 is, tiptasji, etc. Then 79 itself
79, tere.
Atmanipadanam tere.
Tere.
80 is thasasya. Thasasya. So sarvadeshaha anekashit sarvasya thasasya. Let's put here right now, let's put here down here, 1357 we have used. And of course, that lakara and all that we have skipped all that. Now what's the next step? We get?
Then you gotta get murdhanya shakara, because tripadi. Right?
No, before that. Anything else before that? Kartari shap?
Oh.
Kartari shap we need to do, correct?
Right.
So let's do Kartari shap and then Atogune.
Oh, yes.
Atogune. Because we have to do all those steps. See, this copy paste is a good thing, but it's also dangerous. Make a lot of mistakes. Okay. So, so here in the between, you're going to get Kartari shap. Of course, Anubandha lope akaraha vashishyate, Kashakvatadjite, halantyam, tasya lopaha, Kashakvatadjite, halantyam, tasya lopaha. Okay. And so 139 as usual. So you get only the akaraha only remains behind. So this is what we have. And then after that, we should apply the atogune. Between this akara over here, which is the sanpratyastha akaraha, and the shap akaraha, so ubhayoho sthane pururupam akaradeshaha. So atogune. Atogune is no, actually not pururupam. It's pararupam ekadashi.
Pararupa ekadashi.
Yes, not pururupam. In this case, both are akaras, but I said the wrong thing. This 6197.
6197, I think.
6197. So it is pararupam. Pararupam ekadesha. Thank you. I think Vasu, you might have to mute yourself. Okay. So all right. So now what we get, we can start doing the sandhi karyam after all of this. So we got the drish. And then we got the ekadesha over here, and then after that we got se. Okay, so we used 6197 atogune, and now after that we can do the vrashcheti shahum, which is 8236 vrashcha. That one says that if you have a talavya shakaranta dhatu followed by a jali atha padante, tasya sthane murdhanya shakaradesho bhavati. So that becomes 8236 vrashcha srija mrija yajaraja brajascha sham shah. Okay, so then after that we get so and after that, what's the next sutram after that?
Shadokasi, right? 241.
Shadokasi. So after putting those two together, so let's do maybe step by step, because those are important rules. Sandhi rules, and say by this time everything is done. We only need the sandhi rules now. Only sandhi rules. So we put it this murdhanya shakara here, murdhanya shakara by 8236. 8236 brings that in, and after that Shadokasi was 8241, correct? 41, right. Becomes a kakara adesha, so let's take that and make it into kakara adesha. This thing on the prakriya is really the heart of Panini Sutra, as I mentioned to you many times. They try to practice these. If you can practice these, then the prakriya will be clear almost everywhere else to you. So 8241 is Shadokasi. Then finally Adesha Pratyayoho Mudanya Shakara Adesha. So the say, because you have the sakara of sun is the sakara in pratyaya, and the pravarga is preceding, so we can make it into a murdhanya shakara. So we get didriksha se. Didrikshase. Okay. That will do it for us. Didrikshase, final sutra. That is 8359. 8359. Okay, one more time. Dhatu was drish. We are at Sanpati as usual. I'll put the number here, 317. By dhatoho karmanaha samanakritakadichayam va. After that, we just check the idagama, the first order of business. So we got ekadu upadeshanadatta in nishedha tatpascha halantach the sanpatyasya kitvam kiniti cheti gunanishedha tatpascha sanyango iti abhyasaha haladisheshaha urat uranraparaha punah haladisheshaha sanyataha tatpascha lakara prakriya. So we got the lat lakaraha, then because the main sutra is, let me highlight this one, 1357. This was the important sutra because other sutras have very large domains. This one is specific to Dhatu Drish. The 1357 sutram that you're looking at, that is specific for the Dhatu Drish. So in all the sutras that we used, the only one sutram which is specific for Dhatu Drish was this one. Nya, Shru, Smru, Disham, Sanaha. Everything else was, we have used elsewhere also. So then we got the Atmanipadam. So Madhyam Purusha Ekvachanam Thas, Thas, Pratyasya Sthane Se Adeshaha, Thas Se, Tatpaschat Ato Gune, Tatpaschat Vrishcheti Shaha, Tatpaschat Shirokasti Iti Kakara Adeshaha, Tatpaschat Adesha Pratyayoho Iti Didikshase Iti Rupam Siddhyate, Siddhyati, I guess. Okay. All right, so let's go back now. So the Vigraha Vakyam will be Drashtum Ichhasi. Drashtum Ichhasi. So Divasasya Panchakritvaha. So that sutram, of course, is 2364. 2364 is sutram there. Let's look at that. I think we all looked at that one time. 2364 is Krutvartha Prayoge Kale Dhikarane. Krutvartha Prayoge Kale Dhikarane. So when the adhikaranam is kalaha, but the Krutsus Pratyaya has been used, and with that kalavachaka shabda shashti is used. So the meaning is you want to see, you desire to see your mother 5 times a day. 5 times a day, that's the meaning. So you desire to see your mother 5 times a day. Okay. Next one you want to try?
Okay.
Ye
Krishna Santi
Nadim
Gachantu.
Gachantu. Okay, so of course here this Padacheda is only Nadim Gachantu. And here this Sananta Prayoga is Sishna
Santi.
Dhatu is Shna.
Shna Shauche.
Shauche, okay. Good, that's a good habit to mention the meaning with the Dhatu. Shna Shauche. So,
Dhatuvadeshastaha.
Dhatuvadeshastaha. So the first thing you want to do is that Dhatuvadeshastaha. So we have any Dhatu in the Dhatu Patha, which is a Murdhanya Shakaradi, that really is a Sakaradi Dhatu. Because it has been made Sakaradi, so that when the Adesha comes to that one, it can go back to Murdhanya Shakaraha when the Nimittam comes. So Dhatu Adeshastaha. What number is the Dhatu?
I think 63, right? No.
Yeah,
64.
6164. Dhatu Adeshastaha. And because the Dhatu was Shna, because of the Nakara was coming because of Sandhi. So now we can undo that. Because
Nimittapaya Naimittik. So Apyapaya.
Because it had become Shna in Dhatu Patha. Only because the Murdhanya Shakara was there. What sutram was used there, you think, to make the Shna from? What sutram was used there?
Stunashtuhu?
No, Stunashtuhu. Stunashtuhu is one choice. And how about Rashabhyam known as Samanapadeho? They also work? Rashabhyam. So we do have Murdhanya Shakara.
Rashabhyam. Murdhanya Shakara.
Chasada Samana.
Right. It could also work, right? Yeah.
That's an earlier rule. So that's earlier rule. So that should be used before you use this Stunashtuhu. So in any case, once you apply Dhatuvadeshastaha, Nimittasya Paye, Naimittikasyapi Apayaha, because the cause has been removed, the effect also is removed. So 6164, when you apply the Dhatu Vashna, so in Dhatu Patha, so that will become now into, when you bring that to use, it becomes becomes sna. So that's when you start, we have to start with that. So 6. So 6 immediately you cannot use the dhatu shna unless you do this pratyaya of 6164. 6164. Okay. And then nimittasya paya, nimittikasya pipaya becomes sna. Okay. Now shishna sati, anything special here? Nothing quite special here, is there? Because
Nothing special.
nothing very special.
Anit and
Yeah, it's ekachupadasya
Ekachupadya
7 to 10 is a anidhatu. So in nishedha, and then in the abhyasam
Ikochal.
haladish. No, ikah. This is not iganta.
Oh, it's not Ika.
So only in abhyasa there's no karyam here to do. So only haladishesha sanyataha.
Sanyataha.
And now you can use. So we get the new dhatu will be sisnasa. Sisnasa. So by 7 to 10 it is the anid dhatu, and only as usual we use the haladishesha and sanyataha sisnasa. Now when we go to the when you bring the lakara in there and get the form sishna santi, of course the pratyaya used is ji, joantaha becomes anti. Meanwhile kartari shap comes, and same thing atogune. So we get sishna. Do we get atogune twice over here? Wouldn't we? Because we got let's do that one. So atogune will probably be twice over here because we got sisnasa plus we got okay. Because sisnasa plus in the
Yeah, you're going to get it twice, yes.
we're going to get it twice because we got
right.
pratyaya shap, because of course anubandha lope a, and then we got anti by jontaha. So then we have to use the atogune 2 times between this akara and this akara over here, and then between this the combined akara and this akara over here, so 2 times. And finally also we have to use the adesha pratyayoho budun shakaradeshaha, and then we can use the rashabhyam known as samanapade in place of nakara. Put nakaraha if there is a murdanya shakara or a repha preceding, so immediately preceding. So after doing all of that, so let's put the final form shna santi. Okay, shna santi. This Google has a problem in this Shishna santi. All right, let me do it again. Shishna santi. Shishna santi. Okay. So what we did was we did 197 2 times, 97 2 times, and then we also used adesha pratyayoho, and then after that we used rashabhyam known as samanapade. Rashabhyam known as samanapade. Remind you one more time, we use rashabhyam known as samanapade. There is no vyavadhanam. Vyavadhanam is there, then we use what did I do here? Then we use the next sutram, atkupanyum vayapi. But in this case, because the nakar is immediately following that mudun shakaraha, there is no vyavadhanam in between, so we can just directly use the rashabhyam known as samanapade. Okay. So final translation of this one is that those who
desire.
So those yat tat constructs. So when you have a yat padam, look for the tat padam as a connection, and the yat and tat will have the same gender number because they have samadhikaranam, samadhikaranatvat. So vachanam lingam cha samanam bhavati, but they can have different vibhaktis because one is in the clause, one is in the main clause. So ye janaha, in this case it happens to be the same vibhakti, that's the coincidence. So ye janaha tishna santi snatum michanti te nadim gachantu. So gachantu form.
Lot lakara.
Lot lakaraha. Then again bahuvachanam. So there again we have to use the pratyaya ji, joantaha, anti, and then eruhu. Eruhu. That's the sutra which I already mentioned to you. Once you use 3478, don't leave it until you scan the remaining of 3.4. Very good habit. Depending on what lakara you have, there might be some sutram applicable there. In this case, it's eruhu. If you can look at the lot lakaraha, you see loto
86.
86. Okay, here it is in front of my eyes. Eruhu. Eruhu becomes antu. In the meanwhile, so 3, 4, 86. In the meanwhile, the gum becomes gacha.
Gotcha.
By what sutram? Here,
Ishugame mamcha.
Ishuyami gamam chaha. Ishuyami gamam chaha. So let's put this. So 7377. 7377. So in the gachan, these are all practice for us. We've done this before, but let's put down some sutras here. So gachantu. Gachantu. All right. So we used the 3, 4, 86. Ruhu we used. 7, of course, then brings in the shap. Then 7, 4, 7, 3, 77. Ishyami gamam chaha. Then tuk agamaha.
Checha.
Checha. Checha means tuk agamaha. It's the next sutram after samhitayam. Tuk agamaha. Then, of course, after that, you get the sloshchunashchuho, which is 8, 4, 40. The takara becomes chakaraha. So, gachantu. So, one more time, we first need to use eruhu to make the ending ikara into an u. Then, ishu yami gamam shaha. So, shiti pare.
Isn't it Ishugami yamam?
Issue. Hold on, let me see. There's a typo. Is a typo somewhere?
No. I don't think so. I think it's
Issue
Ishugami.
gami. I'm sorry. You said backwards. Okay. Sorry. Issue gami yamam. Yes. Issue gami yamam chaha. Issue gami yamam chaha. So what happened was shiti pare. So when the shabd came in there, only then the gum will get the chakara desha alon tyasya. So first will be the pratyaya ji, ting is sarvadhatukam, and because of kartari shap, the shap pratyaya will come, and after that the conditions for applying the issue gamam shah are satisfied. Then the antimakarasya sthane chakaradeshaha, tat paschat of course alontyasya. Then after that we use the sutram checha, the tuk agamaha by checha, and then of course after that finally tripadikaram is stoho shunashchuho, 8, 4, 40. Good practice for us. So after all of that, we got the form gachantu, and so that completes this example. It is that ye janaha, those who want to bathe, they let them go to the river. Of course, nadim is ami purvaha, dvitiya ekvachanam nadi shabdaha. Durjanaha sajjano bhuya, sajjana shanti mapnuyat, shanto muccheta bandhebhyo, muktaschanyan vimochayet. This is also a Shanti mantra which is chanted many times. One more time. Durjana sajjano bhuyat, sajjana shanti mapnuyat, shanto muccheta bandhebhyo, muktaschanyan vimochayet. Okay. Now Padacheda first. Do this one.
Durjanaha, Sajjanaha.
Sajjanaha.
Bhuyat.
Yat. Okay.
Sajjanaha Shantim Apnuyat.
Sajjanaha Shantim Apnuyat. Okay.
Shantaha Uchcheta.
Uchcheta.
Bandebhyaha. Muktaha Cha Anyan Vimochayet.
Muktaha Cha Anyan
Vimochayet.
Look at all the verbs. Of course, Durjana is Prathama Ekvatanam. Dustajanaha is going to be a Karmadhari, a compound. We're not on compounds yet, but we see them soon. Sajjanaha, of course, is Sat means Sat is really a Shatru Pratyaha from Dhatu As. But Sat really means in this case Sadhu Janaha, a good person. Sajjanaha Bhuyat. So, okay, let's look at Bhuyat. What kind of form is Bhuyat? And we want to walk to that.
Vidhiling, right?
It will not be Vidhiling, because if Vidhiling will become Bhavet, won't it?
Oh.
It will become Bhavet. The fact that Bhu has not become Bhava,
Right.
then you can say this is not going to be, okay, Usha is a question. Oh, Benedict, yes, thank you. Let me see. Usha have a mic already? She has a mic.
Unmuted.
What is it?
You have to get the headphone.
Yeah, I have a headphone. See? I have a headphone.
But it's still echoing.
Oh, I see.
You have to put the headphone on there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe you can dial it.
Okay, I'll try.
You could try that. Because that can also answer. It echoes not clear. So okay, that's fine. Usha is correct. So it is Ashtiling Prayogaha. So we have two Ushas here. Another Usha. Yes, Usha. One more hand up. Okay. Maybe there's a mistake. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, we have two Ushas in the class. I'm sorry. I should mention Miss Usha. It is okay. Okay. Now, so yes, this is Ashi Ling Pragaha. So that Bhu didn't become Bhava. That tells you that you didn't get the Shap Pratyaya didn't come in there. And you didn't get the Ganaha. So it is not going to be Lat, Lot, Lung, Vidiling. You can see the Agama Yasut coming over there from Yasut coming over there, and that means that it's going to be either Vidiling or Ashiling. So by doing the simple steps, we realize it is going to be a Ashiling Pragaha. Now, how come here we didn't get the Shap Pratyaya? Why not Kartari Shap coming over here? What do you think, Hindu? Any guesses on that? Because see, Kartari Shap Sarvadhatuke.
This Ardhatatuka Pratyaya.
Because of what sutram?
Ardhatukam Shesha.
Linga Shishi. Because see, correct, Ardhatukam Shesha. Then below that, we have Licha Linga Shishi. But normally when you make a Tippadesha, so it's a Tingadesha in place of the La, as a default that becomes, that gets a sanya of Sarva Dhatukam, because of Ting Shit Sarva Dhatukam. But Ardha Dhatukam Sheshaha, so normally any Ting Pratyaya will have the sanya of Sarva Dhatukam, but if we that Ting Pratyaya in place of the Lit Lakara or Ling in Ashishi, in that case, the Tiptaji, the Ting Pratyaya itself gets the sanya of Ardha Dhatukam. So because of 34116, then no Shap Pratyaya can come, because Shap only comes Kartari Sarva Dhatuke. And when Shap doesn't come, then of course it will not get the Bhu became Bhava, it not happen. So Linga Ashishi is 34116. So let's put some basic sutras here. Bhuyat Bharata Pankajam. It comes in that, right? Bhuyat Bharata Pankajam. Shreyase. So Bhuyat comes in Gita Dhyana. So Bhuya Kalimalaha Pradvamsina Shreyase. The Bhuyat comes in the Gita Dhyanam. Bhuyat Bharata Pankajam Kalimala Pradvamsina Shreyase. So the Bharata Pankajam, the may destroy the Kalimalaha, the blemish of the Kali age. Bhuyat Bharata Pankaja Kalimala Pradvamsina Shreyase. For our good. So when we chant the Gita, so Bhuyat. Okay, now Bhuyat, so let's, first we mentioned the 3, 4, I think what is it, 116?
Yeah, 116.
Okay, 116. So that stops Kartari Shap. So then after that, so this stops our usual Kartari Shap, which is C168 from C168. Okay, now how about the Itascha? Of course, we have to do.
Itascha.
Because Lakara has Kavarga Pancham as an It, ending Ikara drops of the Pratyaya tip. Of course, for the Halantyam, we got Bhu Ta. Now after Yasut Parasya Padeshu Udato
Nicha.
So where will that come? Yasut Parasya Padeshu Udato Nicha. It also come below.
It's also 3-4, right? Yeah.
Also 3-4. Here it is. 3-4-103. Yasut Parasya Padeshu Udato Nicha. Parasya Pratyaya is following because Laf Parasya Padam Tangana Atmane Padam. So that Pratyaya tip is being used as a sanya Parasya Padam. In that case, if there is a ling, the ling pratyaya will get the Yasut Agama. So in Parasyapadam, I should say. Not so in Parasyapadam, let's look at the vritti of that. Let's look at the vritti of 34103. We haven't used this one in a long time. The 34103 vritti, let's look at that one. What has to say? Okay, so Yasut Parasyapadeshu, so Lingaha. So Parasyapada Vishayasya. Okay. So when we have the in Parasyapadam, then Lingaha, Yasut Agama Bhavati, such Udatta Bhavati Nitya. Okay, then we see Nit Pratyaya is also important because the tip Pratyaya spurs in it. So that could technically cause the Gunaha of Bhu. But this, when the Yasut comes, Pratyaya becomes, in fact, what's the next sutram? Kidashishi. Kidashishi we need to use, don't we? Kidashishi. Ashishi yo ling. tasya yasut agamo bhavati. So this is because we are doing ashiling right now, right? Such udattaha kidvad bhavati. So pratyasya idam eva idam kitvam na agamasya. So nitve prapte kitvam vidhiyate. Okay. So when in ashiling, the pratyaya becomes the pratyasya eva evam kitvam, so that makes the pratyaya into kit pratyaya. But so normally we use the yasat prasabudosh udatto nitya, but the next one 34104 says kidashishi. Kidashishi. We're talking about the ashi links. You have to practice these, and if you don't practice, you forget these rules. So ashishi yo ling tasya yasat agamo bhavati such udattaha kidvad bhavati. Kidvad bhavati. But for kinetija will stop the guna, etc. So 34104 we will have to use over here. 34104, 34104. So we got yas. What's the next step?
Salopa, you gotta have, right? So.
One more step in between, which is what? Suttitoho.
Oh,
Suttitoho. This is what is how you practice. Suttitoho. Yeah, we haven't done this in a little while, in a few months. Suttitoho. So what's the vritti for suttitoho? That is 34107. So let's see, 34107, suttitoho. It says that sakara sakara yoho sut agamo bhavati. So ling sambandhinoho. So sut agamaha. Then we will get the sut agama in between here. Maybe so, and so now we got the sut agamaha. Now how do you? So we have two sakaras in between there now. Maybe I should put the steps over here so we can be a little bit more clearer. More clear, I should say. So 34107 was used. 34107 suttitoho. 34107. So now what we have is we have bhu yas, another sakara stuff, because the sakara is to sut agamaha. So bhu yas, this entire thing, this entire yas ta is the pratyaya. Bhu yas ta. Okay, now what do we do? So
Is it skoho sanya?
Sko sanyoga
Adyorantecha.
How about why not the
Lingasarabana?
no, why not the sanyogantasya lopa?
That's
8328 to 8223 sanyogantasya lopa. How? Ki lopa prapyate. 8223 sanyogantasya lopa. That's an earlier rule in Tripadi section. So really Takara should have taken lopa, but sanyogantasya lopa. Why do we not use that? Reason is that the sko sanyogadyo rantecha, if the sanyoga has a sakara or kakara as the adi avayavaha, tarhi tasya adi avayavasya sakarasya kakarasya va lopa bhavati. Sanyogantasya na bhavati. Iti apavadaha. So the apavadaha for the sanyogantasya lopa. Only in the case where it is padanta. Now, the sko sanyogadyo rantecha applies jali as well as padante. As well as padanta. But when it is padanta, then the sanyogantasya lopa would normally come. It's apavada for in the case of padanta. This is one case in which I remember, I think the only one case I remember, where, Bhattuji Dikshita has been criticized a little bit because he says, this is what he says, not in Siddhanta Kaumudi. Another place he says, which sakar to remove first? We're kind of splitting hairs now. But which sakar to remove first? Which one do you think?
I don't remember. You taught us that, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, so what had happened was that I think Bhattoji says that remove this sakara first. So yasuta sakarasya pratamam lopaha. Based on the fact that this is a sa sanyogaha followed by the ta which is jal. Because skos sanyogadyorantecha applies jali padante. So now what he's saying is that this sakara is a jal and you have a sa sanyogaha. So pratamasya sakarasya purvasya sakarasya lopa bhavati is what he says. Tat paschat sanyogantasya lopa. I mean tat paschat again you have to use skos sanyogadyorantecha
twice, right?
That has to be used. There's no choice over there. We have to use skos sanyogadyorantecha divaram twice. But the question is that which one do you remove first? And now the problem with what Bhattoji is saying is that he's saying remove this sakara first because we have a sakara sanyogaha followed by a jal. Can do that. And then of course then after that we have sa ta. And then the next step also is straightforward because it's a sanyoga which is padante. Then you use the second step is straightforward. In the first step, which sakara do you go? Now the reason he's been criticized is the following. The reason is as following. Is that the sanyogantasya lopaha was bypassed on basis of an apavadaha. The apavadaha can only come padante, not jali. Padante, not jali. Otherwise, sanyogantasya lopaha will say, wait a minute, you went past me as an apavada for me, and now how can you say jali parataha lopaha? That's the problem. Problem is that the sanyogantasya lopaha was not allowed to apply because this course sanyoga orientation apavadaha. So apavada in which case? Padanta case, not jali prataha. Apavada has to be a subset of that, okay? Because this sanyogantasya lopa only applies when it is padanta. So now how can you come to 8.2.29 and start saying jali prataha and start doing lopa over there? You technically cannot do that because in that case you should have applied. So anyway, it's a controversial thing, this one. We don't have to go and we're splitting hair too much. It's not really important which one we do first. But I think it may be better to just do the course sanyoga 2 times by doing the padanta. So we do this sakar lopa first because it's sanyogadi padanta. Again, the first sakara afterwards. So it may be better to do the. So Bhattoji in one place you say you do the Yasu Sakar Lopaha first, then do the Sut Sakar Lopaha, but it may be better to do the Sut Sakar Lopaha and do after that do Yasu Sakar Lopaha because in both those will then be Padanta. So stay Padanta only, don't go to the Jali Prataha. Anyway, normally Bhattoji doesn't make any mistakes, so I will qualify this entire statement by doing Namaskar to him because he's the greatest grammarian that we know of. So maybe we are missing something. So we have to think about that. Chintanyamidam. So in any case, we have, regardless of what we do, so think about this one. This is an issue to think about. So 8.2.29. 8.2.29 is, normally it's very good to accept whatever Bhattoji Dikshita says because he's really can't praise him enough for what he's done for Vyakaranam. Without him, we would be nowhere right now. It would be in a very difficult situation. So I don't like to say that he made a mistake, something like that. Maybe we are missing something. Maybe he has a point that we don't understand. So this, you have to use it, dvihi, use the pratyakritva switch, right? So dvihi, 2 times, twice. Okay, so then after we get from bhuyas, so bhuyas, so that will be done. So this is just practice for us. We have not done this in a little while, so good practice. Okay, now, so that was the first part of the sentence. So this is like in the wish of blessing or a wish. The speaker wishes or blesses the evil person to become a good person. So one more thing is that how come this sajjanaha is not a dvitiya vibhakti? Dvitiya vibhakti means has to get the karma sanya. Karma sanya is what? Kartuhu ipshita tamam karma. Kartuhu ipshita tamam karma. Now the the karma should be different from the karta. Here it is not like that. Dujana himself becomes sajjanaha. It's not a Dujana wants something else which is different from him. Because kartuhu ipshita tamam karma will not apply here. It's a confusing thing because it almost looks like an object in English. Let the good person, let the evil, may the evil person become a good person. This is a wish of the speaker or a blessing. So in any case, here both take Pratama Vibhakti. And so that's the first part. We have basically we have 4 sentences here. Next one, sajjanaha, we like connection with each other, So because it's step by step. So may the evil person become a good person. We wish for that. Speaker wishes for that. Then may the good person obtain peace. Shantim clearly is Dvitiya Ekavachanam. Okay, quick practice for you. How come what's the Dirgha? Dirgha here for what sutram? Shanti. What do you think? Any chances, Indu? Shanti, because we have dhatu sham, pratyaya is kriyam tin, and remember the striyam tin as a default doesn't take any iragamaha. Therefore, to remind you one more time, these are simple concepts, but I hope when you hear them many times, you recall them. Is the striyam tin doesn't take iragamaha. Special rule for that. Ti, tu, tra, ta, tha, si, su, sa, ra, ka, se, shu, cha. No, idna bhavati. So by 8 to 9, among many pratyayas, the striyam tin pratyaya will not take idagamaha. Tin pratyasya kadapi inadeshana bhavati iti sutram vadati. Of course, there are small apavadas in there, some vatikams are in there, but otherwise, tin pratyaya, you have to look about, dhatu is said, and you don't have to worry about it. Because tin pratyaya by 7 to 9, idagama is stopped. So we have now sham plus ti. Looking for
So is it Shamamishtam Shani Dirgha?
That's only shani.
Oh, that's only
shani. Only shani. Anunasikasya kujjalo kiniti. Anunasikasya. 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 Anunasikasya kujjalo ho kiniti. Because pratyaya kvi, script, etc. All the jaladi kisnis pratyaya. Upadayaha dirgha bhavati. One more time. Anunasikasya. If you have anunasikantam angam, angasya adhikaraha. Anunasikanta sangasya. Then jalikiniti. Athva kvav. When P follows. Upadhaya dirgha bhavati. From no upadhaya. Upadhaya is coming down here. Of course, and way back here, the anuvuti of dirgha is coming down. Dhalope purush dirgha. So this sutram 6.4.15. Try to practice this, please, because now we're coming to the end of the book now. After next lesson, this next lesson is probably like the last lesson, because after that, only compounds we have. Only compounds. So we need to practice these rules and understand. So, the more you practice, the more these will retain in your head. As I always say, if you can try to teach somebody else, also will be good. So Shanti, we use 6.4.15. Anunasikasya kujjalo kiniti. Anunasikasya kujjalo kiniti. Anunasikasya kujjalo kiniti. Anunasikasya kujjalo kiniti. So people at home make fun of me. They say, when you become old, we'll lock you in a room. Chanting your sutras. Just lock you up over there. And you just, because nobody knows what you're talking about. Anunasikasya kujjalo kiniti. 6.4.15. Then of course we go nascha prantasya jali. Anuswaraha. Anuswara yahi parasavarna. Okay, so makara becomes anuswara parasavarna. Okay. So finally, what do we have? Apnuyat. Apnuyat. Now this will be what? Vidiling. Why? Because the Gana Vikaranam Shnu is in there. The Gana Vikaranam Shnu is apavada, of course, for Shep. The fact that we have the Gana Vikaranam Shnu in there, this cannot be Ashiling. The Ashiling, the pratyaya as we saw, because of Linga Shishi, Kid Bhavati. So we cannot get Katuri Shap, we cannot get any apavadas for that. So it's Apnuya, the fact that Shnu is in there, and then we have the Yasut in there. This now has to be the Vidiling. Anything special here? Nothing special. Same again, Yasut Agamaha, again Itascha, Dhatu is Ap. In this case, we have to use either may. So may the good person, may the noble soul, may he obtain peace.
Sakara Lopa is by different sutra, right? Lingasa Lopa.
Okay, Yasut. So in this case, let's think about it. So do we have this problem with what Bhattuji and all that? Do we have that over here? What Hindu is saying is that I told you Google always has a problem with this sun. Something with Google and this sun doesn't work. Hold on, let me put this Google. Something with Google doesn't. Come on, Google. All right, hold on. Okay, let me try now. Every time Sanpatya he logs out from me. I don't know why he logs me out. Okay, I think we are okay now. All right. So what Hindu is saying is that in Apnuyat, let's put the steps quickly. So the Dhatu was Ap, and we got the Pratyaya. Of course, the Gana Vikaranam Shnu came in here. Anubandha Lope No. Then the Yasut Agama came in here. Of course, we had Itascha. Now Suttitoho Sakara came in here. So we can use the same similar steps that we used back here. So we had Itascha we had, then we had Suttitoho. And it's slightly different because here we have to use the 34103. Yasut Prasna Padeshu Udatto Nicha. Only 104 was Kida Ashishi. Only Ashishi was 104. That time we have to use 103. So Yasut Parasmik Padeshu Udatto Nicha Sutyatoho. Now what it is saying is that the Sakar Lopaha, we can just use in the Tripadikaram itself, we don't have, sorry, in the Sapara Saptadhyay itself we can now use Linga Salopanantasya. Linga Salopanantasya. Why could we not do that before Hindu then?
This Sarvadhatuka, Anuvritti Sarvadhatuka.
Yes. So that Linga Salopanantasya, because of course then what's the point of having Yasut and Sut and all that if you're going to do Linga Salopanantasya? Because of the fact that this only comes, if you look at Anuvritti for this, Linga Salopanantasya in Sarvadhatuka.
Sarvadhatuka.
Anuvritti is coming down from Linga Salopanantasya. So 7 to 79, if you can look at the Vritti. So here we don't have to go to Skos Sanyoga, Javantage, anything like that, because in the Sapa Saptadhyaya itself, we can remove the Dvayoho, Sakarayoho, Lopaha Jayate. Linga Salopanantasya is Sutrena. Let's look at this one. Let's look at the Vritti quickly. Sarvadhatukiti, see, Sarvadhatukiti Vartate. Sarvadhatuke yo ling. Tasya Anantasya Sakasya Lopa Bhavati. Kaha Punaha Antyo Lingaha Sakaraha. Yo Yasut, Sut, Siyutam. So the Sakara of Yasut, Sut and Siyut, Purya, etc. Anyway, so we can use 7 to 79 itself and remove both of them right here. So then we don't have to worry about that Skos Sanyoga Advantage. So use 7 to 79, that will remove both of them. Okay, so Apnuyat. Okay, so now what do we have? We have, let's see, where were we? Okay, so Shanto Muccheta Bandhebhya. Oh, no, sorry, we finished Sajjana Shanti Maptiya. So let the good soul, good person obtain peace. Next one is Shantaha Muccheta Bandhebhya. So Bandha is bondage, Bandhebhya, from all bondages. So let the peaceful man who's at peace, let him be relieved from all bondages. So Shantaha. You heard about Iragama in Nishedha? Quickly, some practice for us. What do you think? In Nishedha, if you have the answer, Usha, you can type on. I will get the answer. Usha, if you know the answer, you can type also. I'll get your answer also. How about in Nishedha? Because in the Manta Dhateshu, Dhatushu, we don't have the Sham as a Anit Dhatu. We don't. So we cannot use 7 to 10 to do the in Nishedha. So 7 to 10 is our first check, right? Because Ekach Upadeshinudattat. In that list of Manteshu, your Yamanama Gamarama Chatvaraha. The Sham is not there. So what could it be now? Anybody? Even in the class, because this is what we have to, again, Abhyasa Karta Vyahakara.
Is it?
Look at the Dhatu Patha. What is the it in the Dhatu Patha? Usha, type your answer, Usha. Type your answer. Usha has the answer. Let's see if you can type the answer. You can unmute.
Shamu, right?
Shamu.
Unmuted.
Yes, Usha. Go ahead. Go ahead, Usha.
Shuka Kiti.
No, Shuka only. That's what so Usha is saying 450.
No, Subhiji, it was wrong. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. Okay. All right. So, Shuka Kiti is only if it's Ugganta. That U is an it in Shamu Shamane. The Ug is in Shamu Shamane is an it. That's what is Shamu Shamane. What else could it be? Any guesses? Shamu Shamane. Okay, I'll give you
Yasya Vibhasha, no.
Yasya Vibhasha. Yes, Yasya Vibhasha. Okay. There are 21 rules in Ashtadhyayi. We talk about in Nishedha Nishtayam. So the 21 rules, one more time, in the Ashtadhyayi, from the Shvidito Nishtayam, up to this Sutram 7 to 34, which is a long rule. There are 21 rules, and one important rule is Yasya Vibhasha. It means that if a Dhatu takes an Idagamaha Vibhasha, Vikalpena, Kutrapi Anyatra, wherever if a Dhatu takes Idagama by optionally, then nisthayam anit bhavati. One more time, very important sutram, yasya vibhasha, is that if you find a dhatu which is taking idagama optionally anywhere else, then in nishtha pratyaya, when nishtha pratyaya follows, that it will not allow idagama for nishtha. Nishtha will not take idagama. So if you have any kind of optionality for idagama for a dhatu anywhere, then you can be sure nishtha it will not take idagama. So now we have to find the place where this dhatu shamu.
Is it uditova?
Very good. Uditova. Uditova. So what uditova, what does it say? Uditova is when the pratyaya ktva follows. When the pratyaya ktva follows, the dhatu which has udit, short u as an it, will take idagama, will allow idagama optionally. So we couple that 7 to 15 to now arrive at the conclusion that in nishtha, the dhatu shamu will not allow idagama. One more time, 7 to 15 was saying that yasya bhasha, dhatu has it allows idagama. Not remember one time again, the dhatu doesn't take the agama. The agama comes to the pratyaya which is falling. The dhatu only allows or stops it. So if a dhatu allows the idagama optionally anywhere, then in nishtha it will not allow idagama. So yasya bhasha. And now we have uditova 7 to 56. It says that dhatu has short u as an it. Then when the pratyaya ktva follows, it will allow idagama optionally. So optionality came in when the pratyaya ktva follows, but that triggers 7 to 15, and then we don't have allow idagama. So now by 7 to 56, 7 to 15, finally we have in nishedha. So when we have the form shantaha, shantaha. So we use 7 to 56, 7 to 15 to get the in nishedha. And of course, once we have that, we can use the same prior rule, which was 6, 4, 15. Unanasika sikvijalo kiniti. Svijalati. Svijaladi kitnis pratyah. So we cannot, first we have to determine the idagama. We cannot apply 6, 4, 15 because that requires kiniti jaladi. So kvijaloho kiniti. So shanta, of course, then we also use the usual nashapadantasya jali, anuswasi parastavarnaha, the samanya karyam, purvavat samanya karyam, purvavat samanya karyam, kritam shanta. So, so shanto muchyeta, muchyeta, what form is this? Indu and try? Muchyeta.
Is it
It's karmani prayoga.
karmani prayoga? I thought.
Vidiling. Vidiling. Look at it like labheta.
Right.
Yes, thank you. Ushaji had it. Thank you, Ushaji. I got your answer. Yes, it's karmani prayoga, vidiling. Thank you. So yes, so that is correct. So now, because you look at the pratyaya yak, sarva dhatu ke yak, it is comes before. So bhava karmanoho, sarva dhatu ke yak. So may he be released. He's the one who's being released. So once you win the pratyaya yak, you cannot do any guna, kiniticha guna nishedha. And then here also we get pratyaya takam, because this is, bhava karmanoho. You can only use atmanipadam endings in the bhava karmanoho. Very important, very important, very important. 1, 3, 13, bhava karmanoho, bhava karmanoho, bhava karmanoho. Atmanipadam bhavati. So to refresh your memory, Panini talks about the padavyavastha in the third prathamasya adhyasya tritiya pade, padavyavastha kriyate asanapadam va prasipadam va iti nishchiyate tatra bhavakarmano iti sutram. Bhavakarmanoho atmanipadam iti anuvartate. Atmanipadam iti purva sutrana anuvartate. Purva sutrat atmanipadam iti anuvartate. So we get atmanipadam. So very important sutram, if you have anything passive, you can only use atmanipadam. Then tangana atmanipadam, ta asam ja. We're talking about sajjana over here, shanta I should say. So we can pratyaya ta. So you finish that for us now. So now what do we get after that? So let us see. So let us put this one in the document. So muchyeta, 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 muchyeta. Okay. So first we okay. We of course got sarva dhatu ke yak, sutram right before kartari shap. We got yak pratyaha. Then bhava karmanoho, can only use that one. Then of course we got the ling pratyaha, anubandha lope lakaraha, dasya sthani ta adeshaha, ta adesha. Tatpashat, again the same thing, right? We get linga siyut. Linga siyut, linga siyut, linga siyut. Please repeat the sutra many times. We had 3, 4, 103 was for yasut. Yasut prasya padeshu dato nitya. But here we have linga siyut. Because it's not prasya padeshu. Because apanipadam pratyaha atra vidyate. Tasmat linga siyut utsargaha. Utsargaha was linga siyut. So when the ling pratyaya comes, either ashiling or vidiling, it is a siyut agamaha. Only prasya padeshu yasut. Agrima sutrena. But this is not prasya padam. So siyut agamaha. In the siyut, of course, halantyam upadeshajana nasikait siya. Siya. Again, linga salopanantasya. Linga salopanantasya. Linga salopanantasya. So we can remove the sakara. Because this is a, you have this, the pratyaya ta also has a sanya of sarva dhatukam. So we can remove the sakara of siyut. Remember one more thing, when any agama comes, it becomes a part and parcel of what it's going to. The agama is not a separate element. Unlike a pratyaya, it's a separate element, it can interact with the whatever is coming after. The agama comes and mitravad agama. It comes and joins the pratyaya, whatever is joining to. It becomes a, so yadagamas tad guni bhavati. It becomes a part of that. So because the pratyaya ta has sanya of sarvadhatukam, sarvadhatuka sanya, when it becomes siyata, that entire samudaya is also the pratyaya only. It will also have written a sanya of sarvadhatukam. So we can use linga salopanantasya, become iyata, and then what sutram? Indu, you know the sutram now? Yakar lopaha?
Yeah, lopo of your vali.
Lopo of your vali, which is 6166. Lopo of your vali is if you have the vakara or yakara followed by a val. So haya, varat. So anything except any consonant except yakara is val. So any so if the yakara, this is a sandhi rule. If you have a vakara or yakara followed by any consonant which is not a yakara, tarhi puravartinoho yakara vakara yoho lopa bhavati. So that the pra yakara vakara takes lopaha. So let's finish our example now. So we have all these rules. Please practice. Again, I keep on saying all the time, but only practice will retain them in your memory. So we got linga siyut, linga siyut, linga siyut, linga siyut. Then linga salopanantasya, salopanantasya. We got that, and after that we used lopo vyurvali. To remember the domain of each of these rules, remember the domain of these. As I always say, linga siyut is only going to apply atmanipadeshu because next sutram says yasut prasipadeshu dato nitya. Then linga salopanantasya only when the pratyaya has sarvadhatuka sanya. It applies in both ashiling, vidiling, doesn't matter. No, not in ashiling, sorry, because in ashiling the pratyaya gets linga shishi.
Right.
With respect to the
Cohort.
ardhatukam, and then you will not get that. But otherwise, when the pratyaya sarvadhatuka sanya, which will be vidiling, we get linga salopanantasya in both prasyapadam and atmanipadam. Both will get that. It has to be in vidiling only. So 7279 only in the case of vidiling. And this one is just a sandhi rule. Lopo vyurvali. So muchyeta. So may he be released. May he be released. Again, to translate the vidiling into English, we have to use words like may, should, could, ought, would, etc. Whatever fits the context. So here, so may the peaceful person be released, peaceful man be released from bondages. Last one, muktascha anyan vimochaye. So this is the connection, Durjana became sajjanaha, sajjanaha became peaceful, the peaceful got released, and then one who's free, may he release other people.
Other people.
Muktaha, dhatu, much, so much, I think in the chanteshu, we have this anit dhatu, so ekash budhishanadatat, and only chohokuhu, chohan dhatu in the mukta form, just chohoku you have to use, straightforward. Muktaha cha anyan, of course anyan is ditya bhavashanam, the anya pradipradikam, savanama shabdaha, so tasmacha so nafpumsi, so straightforward anyan, vimochayet, vimochayet. Now what's happening here, vimochayet? Nich pratyaya, isn't it? Nich pratyaya. the fact that much become moch, and look at the
Moch.
aya in there. The
Right.
mochaye, the aya came in there. That is the trademark of the nishpatya, which is called by the shap. To make dhatu much into mochi, first of all, by doing the applying, of course, the puganta lagu patasya cha. So we get the form much plus nich by hetumati cha. Any dhatu can take the nishpatya, as we have seen in hetumati. When there is a hetu for it. Hetu means prayojako hetuhu. The one who instigates, the one who impels, the one who propels the doer is the hetu. So this is 3126. So 3125 is for churajibhyonich. 3126, of course, anubandalope ikaraha chitu halantyam. Get the form mochi. Mochi. So mochi, here we of course use our usual pugantalagupacha gunaha. Pugantalagupacha gunaha mochi. Now mochayet, take the mochi now and add to that, of course, the ling pratyaya, tiptaji, etc. Again, itascha. Let's put some rules here. Mochayet, yes, kartari shap. So mochayet. Okay, what do we have here? We got the itascha sutram. Of course, 3478. We are not putting that one down. That is straightforward. 3478. Then use itascha after that. Then in the meanwhile, you get the kartari shap, which is 3168, and then we get sarvadhataka ardhatika yoho gunaha, echo yava yavaha, and then what is the last step here? We got the yasut prasnapadesh udato nitya, yasut prasnapadesh udato nitya. Now we got, what do we have? We have mo, cha, ya, yas. Now what do we need here? Anything, Indu? Can you help us out? What do we need here?
I can't hear you. Nish.
They say, can you help me out, because I'm stuck with the yasut now. I want to get mochayet. So bhavati ma mochayet, release me. Release me from the yasut. Get me out of the yasut. What can we do here? Ato ye yaha.
Oh yes.
Ato ye yaha. Yes, this
Ato
is abhyasana griyate. You to practice also. Ato ye yaha. Because here it is. Ato ye yaha. If adanta mangam if you have, and for by this yasut, then becomes iya. This is very nasty sandhi in the sutram. Ato ye yaha. So bottom line, if you have adanta mangam. So what do we have right now? What do we have? We have this mochaya, or by the yasta. So because we did the echo yava yavaha shappo, they become mochaya yasta. Adantamangam mochaya. For that we have the yas. Yas becomes iya. So now, that is ato ye yaha. Like in the form bhavet. So once you get the mochaya, that's like bhava. So like bhava become bhavet. I'm saying in terms of karyam. So that bhava becomes bhavet, moche becomes mochayet, ato ye yaha, 7 to 80, ato ye yaha. And then you got iya. Now what do we need? Lopo vyorvali.
Right.
Lopo vyorvali. Because that iya, ta, so that yakara will go, because it is the followed by the one letter. So yakara is lopaha. One more time, we have, of course, tiptaji as usual, itascha, because the lakara is viriling right now. The lakara has the kavarga panchama as an it. Remove the ending ikaraha, becomes sta. And in the meanwhile, kartari shap, that is the guna for the niche, by savadhatuka ardhatika yoho. Then echo yava yavaha, you got mocha ya as the angam. And here we got the yasut agamaha, yasut prasipadesh udato nicha. And ato ye yaha. Yas iti etasya sthani iya adeshaha tat paschat lopo vyorvali iti iyaha yakar lokha mochayet. Mocha and ad guna, of course, ad guna. So let's not forget that ad guna. Because between the mocha ya and the e, so ad guna. I hope I didn't go too fast, but basically just like bhava becomes bhavet, mocha becomes mochayet, all the same steps. Okay, I think that we are done with this verse, I think. So anyan mochet. What would have been the ani avastha here? What would have been the ani avastha? Okay, so remove the mukta out of it.
Right.
So
Anyaha.
Anye.
An
Vimun. Now we have to use the same.
Right.
Keep the same
Anye.
gitiling. So munchati, right? Vimunchantu. Like see, muncha is like bhava, right?
Right.
Like bhavantu. No, that's no. Sorry, no.
No, how is that going?
We want vidiling.
Vidilang. Right.
Keep vidiling. So, like like we have bhave yuhu, right? So munchati. Navimunchati durmedhaha comes in the Gita. Navimunchati durmedhaha. This is partha tamasi, I think, in the Gita.
18th chapter, right?
Chapter 18 in Gita. Chapter 18 in Gita, maybe around shloka number, maybe okay, it comes somewhere here. Vimunchati durmedhaha dhatissa partha. Dhatissa partha. So it's come here. It is. Ya sapnam bhayam shokam vishadam madame vacha. Vimunchati durmedhaha dhatissa partha tamasi. So that by which a foolish person doesn't give up. Sapnam bhayam shokam. Sleep, sloth, and fear and grief. Vishadam madame vacha. Dejection and intoxication. That dhati is tamasi dhati. Vimunchati durmedhaha. So now can you use this and get me the form? Now Hindi should be do it for, because vimunchati you have in Gita. Vimunchati. And you know the form bhaveyu also, right?
Right.
So now can you combine the two? Angam is vimuncha over here.
Right.
So what vimuncheyuhu?
Vimuncheyu.
Yes. Won't it be? Yeah, okay, let's double check. Hindu is not confident of that one. Let us check that one. So where would you check that? It's a very simple thing. Go to Dhatu Vritti.
Dhatu
Give
Vritti.
us the form. Okay, let's find out. Dhatu much. It may be Dhatu much. First of all, much. Let's see. Dhatu Pashaha. Always good to double check. Muchlu. Dhatu muchlu mokshane. Sudadigana. Of course, in this case, you're getting the she muchadinam. So what we are doing now is that we're done with the shloka. All we're doing now is remove the nich pratyaya. What would the form be if the nich were not to be there? It's always a good exercise. So we're doing that. So page 625. It is Dhatu Vritti published by Ramar Kapoor Trust. Our Vijayapala Vidyavaridhi for 625. So let's see what Sanacharya gives. Okay, Muchlu. What does he give? Munchet. You're fine, Hindu. So, Munchet he gives.
Munchet.
Like Bhavet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Muncheyuhu. Vimuncheyuhu. Okay. So now the form without the nich would have been, it would have been Anye Janaha Vi Muncheyuhu. You have to maintain the vidiling. And now, but you have a Prasapurusha Bahuvachana Karta, so you have to make it Vimuncheyuhu. Now, last question is that Anyan got a Ditya Vibhakti. How did you get that? Remember, because normally we have Kartukaranayo Sthitiya. When Mukta came in there, the Mukta became Aveta. He was Karta for the Vimochayet. He took Prathama. Now the Anya Pradipadikam, it still has the Kartru Sanya. Even though, because Panish is Swatantra Karta, even when the Nishpatyaya comes, that the Anikarta has some Swatantriam left in him. Swatantra Karta. So then by that, we would have, he's Anabhita Karta now. So he would have taken by Kartukaranayos Titiya would have come. This is all revision for us. We've done this in great detail a few weeks ago. But now Dvitiya has come. So think of the Sutram 1452, 1453. Let's go there. We can use 1452. This is what I'm trying to remind you. Gati buddhi pratyavasanartha shabda karma karmakanam anikarta. Shabda karma akarmakanam. Because in the ani avastha we had anye janaha vi muncheyuhu. There was no karma over there. Muncheyuhu. Let them be free. So then akarmaka. So in that case, we can use we should use the karma sanya will come for that anikarta become anyad. And relating to that, of course, we have to also look at the pada vyavastha, atmapadam, prasyapadam by nichascha. Nichascha, at default, we can use either one, but then there are some special rules. And there we have the sutram which says anauva karmaka chittavat kartraka. If in the aniyavastha is akarmaka, if you have akarmaka dhatu, chittavat kartru, sentient being is a doer, then only prasyapadam can be used. So just revise these sutras. So 1388 would have only allowed us prasyapadam. So this one had to be only vimochayet, not vimochayeta, because of the fact that this 1388 in the aniyavastha we had chittavat karta, and it was akarmaka dhatu was being used. So 1388, and we put this in the document. We did this in detail a few weeks ago. So we have used 1452. So this is a great exercise for you. Nishpatya is used many places. Many places Nishpatya is used. So always go through the exercise. Undo the niche first of all. Look at who the anikarta is. Okay. Then can you use 1452, 53? See what vibhakti that anikarta has taken. It's tritiya or it's dvitiya. You may have to extend 1452, 53 sometimes. So there are also a number of vartikams on 1452. Also check the sutta in 1.3 to see if there is any niyamaha being done for the pada prasyapadam especially. Well, all right. So after all of that, the meaning is straightforward now. We got let the evil person become a good person. This is in the sense of a wish or a blessing. Bhuyat, speaker wishes that he becomes a good person. And then may the good person obtain peace. The one who's peaceful, may he be freed from bondages, and may the free one release others. Okay. Next one, Kim me ditsasi. Okay, this one from ditsasi. So dhatu is what? Da. Let's do a couple of steps here. Ditsati, let's just put ditsati, we did a few classes ago. Okay, now these are special dhatus which take the abhyasa lopaha and the isadesha. So 7454, along with, of course, after doing the usual rules, we do namaya sanyangoho iti abhyasaha praptaha parantu atra abhyasasya lopa bhavati, abhyasasya lopo bhavati. So 7454, 7458. So let's look at 7454, what it says. Sani mi ma gru rabha labha shaka pata padamacha is sani prataha. When san pratyaya follows, then these dhatus mi, ma, gu. So right now we have the dhatu da, dada gvadap, dada gvadap, dada gvadap. Dhatu of the form da or dha take the sanya gu, dada gvadap, dada gvadap. That will be in the first chapter.
1120, I think.
Let's see. What's happening here? Okay. Da. I'm sorry. Okay, let me do this right. Da. Dha. Okay, yes, 1120. Thank you. Dada gvadap. So this da gets the gu sanya. Then after that, so 1120, dada gvadap. After that, we can use 7454 to the isadesha. And when this isadesha comes, then you get the abhyasa lopaha at 17458. Okay, so we got what do we have now? How does a sakara become a sakara? Last question for you. Then we done the example will be done for us. So 1120. So
Sasyadha.
Sasyardha dhatuke.
Sasyardha
Dhatuke. If you have a sakara followed by a sakara, and the second sakara is the part of a pratyaya which has a sanya of ardhadhatukam. In that case, purusya sakarasya sthane sakaradesha bhavati. So sasya saha si ardhadhatuke. So sakarado ardhadhatuke pratyaya bharataha sakarasya sthane sakaradesha bhavati. Where would the sutram be? So what we had here, we had this sati. after we made the is adesha in place of the ach verb. One more thing, remember 7454 is talking about achaha is, okay? And normally you would have had what? Alone jasya. This
Right.
would have worked fine. But in any case it specifies asa ich verb. Like a dhatu like, pata, etc. Dhatu pat. In case of da, it will not matter. Da is ajanta anyway. The dhatu pat, the taka should not become is. The ach should become is. So sani, mi, ma, gu, rabha, labha, shaka, pata, padama, cha is. Achasthane is.
Yes.
So it become is. So then we got this, sa. Now we have to use sasyada dhatu, okay, which is I think on our screen.
Just above it. 7449.
7449, sasyada dhatu, okay. So 7449 makes the takara adesha. And now we are fine. Now we are fine. 7449, that's the last sutram. So that gives us the form dit. So dit sati, 7449. I think it is dit sasi, is it? No, first of all, it should be asunipadam. This is wrong form, sorry. Dit sa, what's in the example? Dit sa.
It says C here.
Oh, it's Upayapadi dhatu, I'm sorry. It's Upayapadi, yes. Dadati.
Right. Da is Upayapadi.
Yes, Upayapadi. Puravasanaha, it's Upayapadi dhatu, it's fine. It's fine. This is C, it's Upayapadi dhatu. No problem. Puravasanaha. So dhatu michasi. So may, what is this form may over here? What you
Can be Shashti or Chaturthi, right? So,
Chaturthi, but dhatu da is being used.
Right. Right. Apadana.
Sampradana.
Sampradana.
So may is Mayyam me.
Mahyam me.
So what sutram will be that? You remember that sutram, Sampradana Sanya. It will come in the section of Karake. The Karake section, which is the Karmanayam Abhiprayati. Karmanayam Abhiprayati Sasampradanam. So that for whom the something intended for karmana. So by the karma, the object intended for whom. So in this case, what is the karma? So kim me ditsasi. So that kim, what is being intended for whom? So here this 1432 gets Sampradana Sanya 1432. And when we come to the 2.3, as I mentioned to you many times, is that if you want to assign any vibhakti, you have to find the sutram in 2.3, which will allow you to assign that vibhakti. We have to find a sutram in 2.3, so Chaturthi Sampradane. So in May, we have to use 1432 with 2313. 1432 with 2313. It's also something you need to practice. This is a very short sections, so they are a little bit easy in a way. So May in this case is standing for Mayyam May. So we have to use 1433 Karmana Yam Abhiprayati Sa Sampradanam. And then we use 2313 Chaturthi Sampradane. Oh. Okay, let's quickly look at the Vyakhyanam of 1432. We'll be done with this example. So 1432 Karmana Yam Abhiprayati Sa Sampradanam. 1432, I'm sorry, 1432. Karmana Yam Abhiprayati Sa Sampradanam. Okay, so let's see. Karmana Karana Bhutena, by means of that, Karta Yam Abhiprayati, whom he intends to, I guess, benefit from that. What is the intention? Who is it intended for? Tat Karakam Sudasanyam Bhavati. So here it says, Anvartha Sanya Vijnanat Dadatir Karma. This is a controversial thing. Only dhatu da should be used here. The other dhatus also, if wanting to extend that, which says, Upadhyayaya Gam Dadati, and so on. Okay, so we got that. So now are we done with this one? So what do you want to give me? Of course, Kim is Dvitiya Epachanam, Kim plus Samav Napumsakat, Luksyat, and therefore you will not get Kimah Kaha. Kimah Kaha will not come here because of that Nalumata Angasya. Oh, I hope all of you have been following examples from Saturday class on the email list. So we done this many. So kim is here, the Dvitiya Ekavachanam. So it is Samanya Napumsakam. What do you want to give me? So kim plus samo Napumsaka luksyat nalumata angasya. So kimah kaha iti ka adeshana bhavati nalumata angasya. Okay, so what do you intend to give me? What do you want to give me? Next one, yad vastu tribhi rupyaish chikir shatha tan mama deshe dvabhyam vikriyate. Okay, so now what is Padacheda here? You want to write one?
Yad vastu tribhihi
Yad vastu
rupaihi chikrishata.
What sandhi is going on here between the tribhir and rupyaihi? What sandhi is going on here? What do you think, Indu? Tribhis plus rupyaihi, right?
Right.
So sasaju shoruhu.
So ruhu.
You can tribhir rupyaihi. Then rori. Rori. And after that, dhalope purusadirghonaha. Dhalope purusadirghonaha. So those are simple rules. So this sandhi is not in the Gita. So cannot give a Gita example for this particular one. But what happens is rori, then purusya dirgho, dhalope purusadirghonaha. Dirghonaha. Okay, let's put some numbers here. Okay, so let's see. So trivir rupyaihi. So three. I'm sorry. Three. This it was this. Let me just put final form. Trivir rupyaihi. Rupyaihi. So what we have used is of course sasaju shoruhu. Then I think the rori is 8314. 8314 and dhalope purusadirghonaha. So let me just check, because I think it's right before the Karavasana Visajaniya. Right before that is rori. Rori is here. Okay. So that one is that. So with Padacheda is trivhi rupyaihi. Of course, rupya is you can say dollars now, rupees. Rupyaihi is titya bhavachanam ato bisais. Chikir shatha. Chikir shatha. Of course, this we have done this many times now. Dhatu was, oh no. What is
Chikrishata.
Chikrishata. Chikrishata. Oh. Chikrishata. So dhatu is dhatu. This dhatu is not our kru dhatu.
It's green.
Green. Dravya vinimaye. Dravya vinimaye. It means like to barter or to exchange. If you look at the, let's see if I can bring up for you, not Amar Kosha. I got to bring up for you the, no, not this one. All right, let me bring up for the tiny URL. Okay. Update dictionary. Let's see what all he used. I hope all of you are using Update dictionary. Very good. Let's see what dhatu kri, what all he gives, what meaning he gives. So kri. Okay, kri. Kri. Let me see. Kri. To exchange, to buy, to purchase. Okay, to barter, exchange. All right, so buy, to purchase. Vikri means to sell. Vikri is to sell. Okay, let's see what we have here now from the shloka. So chikri shatha, anything special? It is a, because udruvantaihi etc. Is it a said dhatu, anit dhatu?
It's anit, right?
Anit dhatu. Oh.
Anit.
Udruvantaihi is now learning in long keys. There will be this is not so. Kri sa usual 317. First of all, repeat the sutras, please. Dhatu karmanaha samana krutukas dichayam va sanpratyaya तत्पश्चात एकाच उपदेशनुदात्तादिति निषेधः तत्पश्चात संयंगोः अभ्यासकार्यं ह्रस्वः हलादिशेषः कुहोश्चुः So बहुवारम् अस्माभिरधीतं. We done this many times now. We'll have to repeat one more time. So अभ्यासकार्यम् is ह्रस्वः, which is 7459. Then Of course, Tripadikaram will be Adishapatyayoha, Chikrisha, Let Lakaraha, Madhyapurusha Ekvachanam, sorry, Bahuvachanam I mean. Bahuvachanam. So Yuyam Chikrisha. This Karta can be only Yuyam. Because, Yushmad has to be used when Madhyapurusha, the Yushmad only can be the Karta. This Bahuvachanam, so Karta can be only Yuyam. Yum Chikritha. Chikrisha. So that which you intend to buy using or with 3 rupees, that thing, Yad Vastu. Of course, Vastu Napusalinga Pratipadikam. So Vastu and Yad, they are both Dvitiya Ekvasanam. In either case, you take the Pratyaya Samo Napumsakar Luksyat. Again, here also in Yat, we cannot use Chadadina Maha Nalumatangasya. Because the Yat plus we did the Samo Napumsakat. So Luksyat Nalumatangasya. That Chadadina Maha as well as Kimah Kaha. They call Vibhaktau Parataha. Vibhaktau. So that because the Pratyaya has taken look, we cannot do any Angakaram based on that. You don't get Chadadina Maha. So Yad Vastu in both cases Samo Napumsakat. Dvitiya Ekvachanam. Trivir Rupyaihi with 3 rupees. This is a Karana using 3 rupees. You intend to buy. So that which you want to buy using 3 rupees, Tad Vastu. Same thing here. Now, what is the vibhakti of Tat over here? In this, what do you think? Is Vikriyate. Vikriyate. It's going to be a passive construct, isn't it now? This is Samadhatya. So the Tat will be Prathama Ekvachanam now.
Prathama, right.
Prathama Ekvachanam. Of course, same Sutram Samo Napunsakar. Pratyaya is Su over here. So Tat plus Su, Samo Napunsakar. Again, same thing here. Nalumatangasya iti Tadadina Maha iti Akaradisha na bhavati. But Samo Napunsakar Pratyaya is Su. So Tat is Prathama Ekvachanam. So that's the Abhita. We have a Karmani Pravaga. Vikriyate. This means Vikriyate. Of course, we got Karmani Pravaga. So here also we have to use Sutram 1.3.13 Bhava Karmanoho. Bhava Karmanoho Atmanipadam. I've said this many times. If you have a passive form, it better be Atmanipadam. Only Atmanipadam can be used. So 1.3.13 Bhava Karmanoho. Pratyaya will be Ta. So this is Pratham Purusha Ekvachanam. Pratyaya will be Ta. And then 1.3.4.79 Tita Atmane Padanam Tere. Tita Atmane Padanam Tere. So Kriya, because the Yak, the Kitvat, Guna Nishedha. No Gunaha. The Pratyaya Yak has Ka as an It. Kiniticha. Vikriyate. So Mama Desha, Mama is Shashti, Sambandha, Shashti Sheshaya. And then Desha, for Saptami Ekvachanam. In my country, that is sold for 2 rupees. Dvabhyam rupyabhyam vikriyate. It really means sold with. Means sold for 2. In English, sold for 2 rupees. So this is interesting form now. Dvabhyam. You think this titya is fine? You think? What do you think? Titya is fine over here or not? So in the case of buying it is definitely okay. So that which you want to buy using 3 rupees, so the rupees is the instrument there. So
Right.
how about here now?
It's also an instrument, right?
But somebody is now selling.
Selling, right.
You sell using an instrument, money.
Right, that's how I thought.
So that seems to be so chintaniyamidam. Dvabhyam vikriyate. So dvabhyam is certainly not sold by 2. It is sold by 2 rupees. No, not sold by 2 rupees. Okay, so you think about it.
For twice the money, maybe.
No. Dvabhyam is it not become twice. Because Dvi is a Pradipadikam. Dvi means
just Dvivachana, right?
Dvivachanam.
Right.
But wait a minute. Can this be Chaturthi over here then?
Right,
Dvabhyam,
Chaturthi can
choice. We have a choice. We have Titiya, Chaturthi,
or
Panchami.
Chaturthi, Panchami.
Chaturthi may be here. It is sold for the sake of 2 rupees. Wow, so interesting thing here, because Titiya should be, the Kratukarana Yo Titiya. It is sold using the 2 rupees as an instrument. This sounds a little bit strange. So maybe Chaturthi might fit here. It is sold for the sake of getting 2 rupees.
For the sake of getting 2 rupees.
Yeah, I think that might also fit over here, because, that for the sake of. So Chaturthi might fit. Okay, so think about this from Dvabhyam. I'm thinking that Chaturthi might fit here better than Tritiya. So Dvabhyam we had a choice. In any case, the meaning is that that thing which you, all of you, Yuyam, want to buy using 3 rupees is available or is sold in my country for 2 rupees. Dvabhyam, Rupyabhyam is understood, of course. Dvabhyam, Rupyabhyam. Okay, now in Dvabhyam, what is the, here we have the Dvi also is Sarvanama Shabda, because remember the Ek and Dvi, they include the Sarvadini Sarvanamani. So in the form Dvabhyam, we'll have to use the Chidadinamaha, and then of course
Supicha Dirgha, right?
Supicha Dirgha. Correct, Supicha. Like Sarvabhyam, Dvabhyam. Okay. Now, okay, so that is done. Putraha Pitaram Anu Sisir Shati. Of course, Putraha is Pratama Ekvachanam. Pitaram is Dvitiya Ekvachanam. What is Paripadikam? Pitru Pratipadikam. Dvitiya Ekvachanam. What sutram here?
Rutoni Sarvanamastani.
Very good. Rutoni Sarvanamastani Yoho.
Guna.
Me, I'm amazed, Sutram, very good. Right below the Jasicha, Aswasya Gunaha, Toni Sarvanamastana Yoho. Of course, when you Sarvanamastana about Sutram, Surana Pumsakasya, Pratya is falling. Is falling. Why no Upada Dirgha over here?
I think it's because only the Trun Truch.
Yes, so that is
because the Trun Truch.
Trun, Rich, Swasru, Naptru, Nishtru, Twashtru, Kshatru, Hotru, Otru, Prashastru Nam. So Pitru is not neither Trunanta nor Trujanta. It is not one of these. So it will not take the Upadha Dirgha. So 6.11 doesn't apply. So just see any Subanta Prakriya now it should be now automatic for you. It should be like 1, 2, 3 for you. Okay, so please practice. The reason I'm saying that is that compared to Tinganta or to look at the Taditas, the Subanta is a very small section. So after you master Sandhis, please go through the details of every sub-prakriya. Okay? So and make sure you understand each step with each sutram. In the Saturday class now, we're going to be finishing Subantas in another 2-3 months. So all the classes will be recorded and you're getting many examples. So please make sure you understand every single Subanta form with all the, Apekshitani Sutrani, the expected rules, okay? It's going to be very important, and as I always say, if you can, try to teach somebody else. That's always the next step. So Pitru plus Pratyaya Am was used. We got the form Pitaram. So Pitaram, that puts you in a strong position to enter the language of Tingantas. Because once you know the Vachanam, Bhakti of the Karta and Karma, you already have a head start on what to expect in Tingantam Padam. So Pitaram we use 73110. Of course Uran Raparaha, and no 6411. Okay, so that's fine. So we got Pitaram, like Vande Mataram. You of course know that. All of you know that, I think. Vande Mataram, same thing there. Anu Sisir Shati. So what's this form? What's the dhatu here?
Sru is the dhatu?
Anu Sru. So just like we got Chikir Shati, Sisir Shati. So you know what we will do? I know that copy paste is dangerous, but maybe I will try that. Copy paste. Iti ati savadhanena kartavyam. So savadhanam syat. Copy paste vidhane savadhanam syat. Okay, we had last time. We had the form. Which one did we have? 2 of them last time. I think we had Jihir Shanti. Okay, let's do a copy paste on this one. Okay, let's see what all we can take here. Okay, let us, because there we had the dhatu ru, now we have dhatu sru. So it will be all the same steps, So dhatu sru plus sun. So of course the first one is dhatu karmanaha saman krita kadichayam. Please repeat many times. And then we get the ekojal, kit, sun becomes kit. Then we get ajjanagamam sani,
Change it to sa.
Which one?
If you change the ha to sa.
Yes. Yeah, this is the copy paste. I knew it. I need to copy paste. Always it leaves some blemish behind. Dosha jayate eva. Copy paste vidhane. Dosha bhavati eva. So it is. All right. Okay. So now we got this sirsa because we do rutai dhatoho uran raparaha, and now we do sanyangoho. In both cases, make it into C. I don't think there's any difference. Here. So then only here we will not need that kuhos chu and all.
Kuhos chu. Right.
We don't need that. We
Then
don't
you
need.
get this.
We
Right.
don't need this 7/4. So we don't need kuhos chu.
Satishji,
Yes.
is that supposed to be sirsa or sirsa? 619. Right. Sirsa.
Yeah, because the entire sirs will take abhyasa. Sirsa, so we take the first ach takes abhyasa, right? Ekacha dvit prasamasya. So the ikara is the first ach. It takes the, on either side, it takes the consonants on either side. So we get this sirs taking abhyasa.
Without the akara.
Because we have sa, I, ra, sa, a. So the ikara when it takes abhyasa, it takes this from this side, from left hand side it takes the sakaraha. From the right hand side it takes the sa, the ra, sa with it. So, it doesn't matter because you're going to haladi shesha anyway. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I see that, yeah.
Speaking, you have to take everything up to the next ach or the end of the term.
Oh.
So when you got the ikara taking abhyasa, on the left hand side sakara is there, and right hand side you have the ra, sa, a. So you have to take sirs and go into abhyasa with that. Okay. So anyway, haladi shesha removes them all. Removes the hal. That's sakara. So okay, what are we doing here? We are haladi shesha, and now only thing here we got the sir. This is by the halicha dirgha. Then alish prattayoho, and then we don't need.
We don't need abhyasa.
We don't need the abhyasa. I shouldn't do this. Should not do this copy paste. But okay, let me check from the beginning. Sru san, that is correct. Then ekojal is correct. Sru sa, ajjanagamam sani. If you have jaladi san, again jaladi san is required. Ajantamangam, which is what we have, or han or gam if you have, then we get the dirgha. Sru sa, moment you have a rukaranta dhatu, dirgha rukaranta, then you have to think about rute dhatoho, uranda paraha, sirsa. Now we can apply sanyangoho. We should finish all these interaction between san pratyaya and the dhatu, the antarangam. After that, go and do sanyangoho. And then as Vasu said, sirsa, haladi shesha, sirsa. And then when we bring in the latlakara, etc., so sishir, shanti by halicha. If you have a refanta or vakaranta dhatu, in this case the refa belongs to dhatu still. Because dhatu's rukara became rukaraha, that rukara became ikaraha, uran raparaha came in, so this refa does belong to dhatu. So because of 7 to 8 to 77, if you have refanta or vakaranta dhatu, like a divyati, right, followed by a hal, then that the upadha ik becomes dirgha, becomes sishir. So, and then of course alish prattayoho, because this refa also is an ind. The refa is an ind. So alish prattayoho, it can do that because hayava rat lan. The refa also is an ind. So we can do Adesha Pratyayoho Sisirshanti. So once you get that, then the rest should be easy for us. Okay, of course, Sisirshati is copy paste again. Should be Sisirshati because not Joantaha, only Pratyaya. Tip only should be here because copy paste Vidhanasya Bhavaha Doshaha. So, okay, Sisirshati. Sisirshati is what we got. So, the Anu is Upasarga who doesn't participate. That does not participate any of this. Putak. So, the son desires to follow. He desires to follow his father. So, son desires to follow his father. So, last one, Kim Toya Vivakshitam. Kim Toya Vivakshitam. This is Toya is a passive construct, is Yushmad, is only one place in the Ashtadhyayi. Well, I would suggest that we skip the sutras. Only a single place in Ashtadhyayi that I can think of really is where we probably want to skip these sutras. For Yushmad Asmad, there are too many rules. There were like 15, 20 rules. And all these are prasiddhani rupani, so well-known forms. For Yushmad and Asmad, I would suggest that in this particular case, even though I don't recommend memorizing anything, is you probably don't want to do the sutras in this case because you will not get any bang for the buck. So Tvaya, Yushmad Prajabadikam, Stitya Ekvachanam, it is Karmani Pravagaha. So Kim Tvaya, Kim is of course Samanye Tapumsakam. So what was intended to be said by you? So this Vivaksha is what we say, Vivaksha Dhatu Vach. Dhatu Vach Vivakshita. Let's put down the steps for this, the last one for today. Dhatu Vach also is Anit Dhatu. Chante, so it comes to Dhatu Vach is there. So let's see anything special here from we doing the Abhyasa also immediately because we have work. Then we have Sha, Vivaksha. So what all have we used here? We have of course used the Sanyangoha. We had Vach plus Sa. It was a, I should put Sa only over here. Just put Sa for now. No, we need that. Okay, let's put Sakara for now. Okay, so Dhatu was Vach, Sanyangoha, we did Abhyasa, and then of course the usual Haladisheshaha, Sanyataha. So that's of course the main rule for the Sananta in Abhyasa. That's the special Karyam. Akara becomes Ikaraha, Sanyataha. We got V, Vach, Sa. When we go to the Tipadi Karyam, so let's keep it like this for the time being. So let's keep it when the Sapadi Saptadhyaya is, we got V Vach Sa only. Now what do? We have to add the this is Anekas Dhatu now. V Vach Sa gets the Dhatu Sanya. By 3132 we get the Dhatu Sanya. Sanajanta Dhatavaha. Then we can use the Pratyaya Nishtha. It's 32102. Now because this is Anekas Dhatu, then it will not stop the Idagamaha. We'll get the Idagamaha. So we get V Vach Sa, then the Idagamaha, and also the Nishtha, Taktavatu Nishtha. So we used 32102. Sutram is Nishtha itself. Comes in Ashtadhyayi in two places. You got to be careful. Also comes in 2.2. And then we got the usual Ardhadhatuka seed, Valade here. 7 to 10 cannot stop this, because 7 to 10 is only Ekash Upadeshan Dhatu. This is Aneka Dhatu. We got everything right so far? So we got Sun, we got the Abhyasaha, Saladisheshaha, Sanyataha. Now the Akar Lopaha by what?
Which one?
This Akara has to drop here, right? The Akara of Sun has to drop.
That will be Atolopa?
Atolopaha Ardhadhatuke. Atolopaha Ardhadhatuke.
6448, right?
6448. So 6448. So let's do 6448. And now what we get, we got now 6448 will now make it into Sita. Sita. This was 6 or 48. So very simple sutram. Ato lopaha ardhatuke. The adhikar of ardhatuke starts from 6 4 46. So here we have. Now we go to this sandhi karyani. So when we add the pratyaya of course ami purvaha. So vivakshitam when we finally do. What are sutras now we need in the, so we work, then shitam, vivakshitam.
So choho kuhu and then
Yeah,
Adesha
choho kuhu is the cha will become ka. Cha vargasya ka vargadesha bhavati jali padante. Then adesha pratyayo.
Adesha
Pratyayo vivakshitam. Vivakshitam. Okay, so we got that. Okay, so now, so vaktum ishtam vivakshitam. Vaktum ishtam vivakshitam, which is intended to be spoken in desire. What was implied by you? What was intended by you? See, we should make it English simple, intended. Because in English when you say desired to be spoken means intended, right? What was intended by you? So what was intended by you? So vaktum ishtam kim.
intended to be said by you, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. We try to say said. Intended to be said by you. Okay. Yes, intended, not any action. Intended means
Right.
yeah, intended to be said by you. Okay. What if you want to literal? What was desired to be said by you? Literal translation will be that. Okay, time is almost up. We do one. We want to do one or two maybe. Because first one is the same thing. What do they wish to say? The same thing.
Direction.
So then, what do they wish to say? They means you can use they in English. They is the tense term. They, of course, qualifying janaha. You can say taha also, feminine. Te atva taha. Kim. Vi. Vak.
Vivakshanti.
Vivakshanti. Because this dhatu, wach me first of all is dhatu, so I think we should be fine. So use the same dhatu vivaksha you used from the prior example. So we can use if you want to use the dhatu what form will you get? What form will you get with dhatu? What can you do it on the fly?
I want to see if its cut is.
Okay, so use subject object verbs. The karta will be te.
So what this.
Let's put this one first. Vi vakshanti. So vaktum icchanti. Te kim vaktum icchanti. Te kim vivakshanti. Vivakshanti. Of course, you get monuswaraha. So we get be like this. Te kim vivakshanti athva. How about this one? Vivadishanti.
Vivad. Right. Vivad.
We can use the alternate. We use the dhatu vad instead. Vi va di shanti. How about that one? So
Yeah, that'll be fine.
let's look at this dhatu vad. Vad. Since we use this is now going to be Mr. Said dhatu uditam. So in the dante issue, I think vad is not there.
Right, it's not there.
I don't think there are any special rules for this one. So we can do the iragamaha. Once iragamaha comes in, all those rules about this. Anyway, this doesn't have any ik in there also, so we don't have to worry about the kojal, halanta, cha. Just straightforward. So become vardisa, do the abhyasa, vad becomes saladisheshaha, then sanyataha, vivadishanti. So take him vivakshanti, vivadishanti. I think both are prosopati dhatus, so we should be fine. Or one more, one for the road. We stop. Okay. If you want to go, I shall not obstruct you. Okay. Now, if you want to go, so gantum ichhasi chet. So jigamishati. Jigamishasi. So if you want to go. So last example today. So yadi ji ga mi sha si. Okay, now let's put some rules in any special rules here. So
Gamerit Parasmapadeshu.
very good. The main sutram here is Gamerit Parasmapadesho. That's the main thing. What number is that?
I think it's 7238, right?
Is that early? No. Not that early. No, not that early. Come a little bit later. I think in the 50s, I think. 58?
50, right, 58.
You won't come that early. So Gamerit Prasnapadeshu. That's the main sutram over here. Gamerit Prasnapadeshu. Look at the vritti for that quickly. 7 to 58. So Gamerit Prasnapadeshu says that Gamer dhatoho sakaradehe ardhadhatukasya Prasnapadeshu idagamo bhavati. We are the pratyaya sun. It is sakaradi. Things is sarvadhatukam, ardhadhatukam, sheshaha. It does have the ardhadhatuka sanya, so everything is satisfied. In fact, it gives the form jigamishati. Okay, very good. Jigamishati, Kashika gives that. So jigamishati, so become gamisa. When you do abhyasa, gamisa, adadi sheshaha, kuhoschuho, sanyataha, kuhoschu, right? Correct? Sanyataha. So everything is now nothing new. Jigamishasi. Yadi jigamishasi, tarhi, I will not stop you. How will do that? Let me put this one in first. Okay. Then tarhi. Now, okay. I will not detain, obstruct you. Dhatu rud, right?
Right.
How about rodsyami? Aham tvam na rodsyami. Is it acceptable to you? I think he has given this. Has he given this one in the vocabulary here?
I don't think so.
Maybe the prior page.
Maybe the prior page. Rurut we did. I know we did the Rurut.
No, this is not. This is only straight future tense only.
Right.
It's not no sananta.
No sananta, right.
Okay, maybe avarud we can use maybe. Okay, let's do that. And we're running out of time here. So let's do avarud for now. We'll think about next time in case something else you think of. So avarodsyami.
Right.
Avarodsyami. This is only rit lakara rit. So shatasi luritoho.
Right.
Dhatu rud. Of course, we get karicha. That's on it dhatu. So avarodsyami. Okay, we'll stop with that. Tarhi tvam navarodsyami. Navarodsyami. Dhatu rud was used here with the rit lakaraha. Only thing we have to use. So dhatu rud. This was rud. Rud plus lakara rit lakaraha. Rit. And of course we use also karicha was used 8455. Are we okay? Yadi jigamishasi tarhi tam navarodsyami. I will not detain you, not constrain you. If you want to go gantum ichchasi chet, if you want to go, I will not stop you. Yadi jigamishasi tarhi tam navarodsyami. Okay, so next time we'll start with this. We'll try to finish the homework next time. I think finish it. Now next lesson is like the last lesson for us, so to speak, in this book. So we hope we can do some practice before we go into compounds. The next lesson is the last lesson after we do compounds. So if you will do some practice before we go into compounds. Okay, so let's do Mangalacharanam. Ramo Rajamanis Sada Vijayate Ramam Ramesham Bhaje Ramena Abhiyata Nishachara Chamu Ramaya Tasmai Namaha Rama Nasti Parayanam Padataram Ramasya Dasosmyaham Rame Chittale Sada Bhautame Bhorama Mahamudhara Rama Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattvalyam Rama Nama Varanane Sri Rama Nama Varanana On